Hey everybody. Apparently, either Peter Popoff or um, the other guy who sent me stuff, they seem to sell out their mailing lists because I got this in the mail. Sort of a miscellaneous, it's sent to resident, so uh, it's from aboutstmatthewschurches.com. You'll see back here it says some websites to go to, so I guess it's affiliated with those two, or maybe those are the same thing. Either way, I haven't opened this yet. Apparently it's something, it says on the front, "This very old church loans this to you to bless someone connected with this home. Then it must go to another family that desires God's blessing. See letters and letter inside." So, it's another collectible for me. Hooray! Okay, so I'm going to open this. Oh yeah, and there's some stuff on the back. God is doing great things in answer to prayer. Log on to biblicalprayer.com and aboutstmatthewschurches.com. I'll link those down there. To read testimonies of answered prayers. Ooh. To strengthen your confirmation bias, go to these websites. You'll get people who had some coincidences happen and then gave the church credit because the church duped them into thinking that it was because of them. Okay, here we go. Here's the business reply mail. This is the next morning. The church will pay this postage, drop in any mailbox. Okay, let's see. And we've got this letter. Another sort of Peter Popoff style letter. This seems to be the standard. It's the way that they do business. "Let this be the best year of your life through faith and prayer." Well, that would make it a pretty crappy year, I would think. "God is ready to help you reach your dreams and goals." Actually, almost every word in this is in bold. So it just makes the unbolded words look like they're meant to be emphasized, but that's kind of strange. Let's see. "Dear someone connected with this address." That's what it says. Let me see if I can show it here. "Dear someone connected to this address." So I guess Yahweh didn't tell them who lives here. Okay. "Read what God is doing here at St. Matthew's Church." Okay, so it is St. Matthew's Church. "People just like you are writing to this 61-year-old church, telling us all types of blessings since this church started praying with them. They are receiving divine help in the form of answered prayer." Blah, blah, blah. Same old Peter Popoff stuff, really. So, the goodie that they sent me isn't really much of a goodie at all. It's another prayer rug. Here it is. Kind of interesting. It's artistic, you know. "Look into Jesus' eyes. You will see they are closed." So, if they're closed, how am I going to look in his eyes? "But as you continue to look, you will see his eyes opening and looking back into your eyes." Well, it depends what you've been smoking. "Then you go and be alone." Oh, so you're supposed to hallucinate in front of people. "And kneel on this rug of faith or touch it to both knees." Oh, so you're supposed to kneel on Jesus' face. Yeah, that's nice. "Then please check your needs on our letter to you." Oh, so they got a list of what your needs could be, and you have to need one of the things in the checklist. "Please return this prayer rug. Do not keep it." Oh, I'm keeping it. It's mine now. You sent it to me. Let's see here. What is this now? Here's another little leaflet thing talking about their church. "This old church, established in 1951, helps people." Helps the people who work for it. who works for the church, that is, we want to give you a free, beautiful, blessed by prayer cross for your spiritual, physical, and financial needs and your future. Oh, it's for my future. For my needs in the future. Since there are no needs in the past. You'll love yours. One of the special blessed church crosses has your name and your future on it. It has your future on it. How do you do that? How does that work? How does that make any sense? Spiritually speaking, it has my spiritual needs on it. The picture of the cross does not show the mangled, bloody, almost naked figure of Jesus. It's just a cross, so I guess this isn't Catholic. Let's see, this, one of the world's most famous crosses. There are famous crosses? Okay. Represents your future and spiritual, physical, and financial blessings in your life. And it is our free gift to you, 3rd John. They just say 3 John here. All you need to do is send this church prayer rug back to the church so we may send it to another person who desires God's blessings. This doesn't look at all like it was ever possessed by anybody else. It looks brand new. It doesn't look like it's been kneeled on, so I'm guessing not a lot of people fall for this, fortunately. As soon as we receive the prayer rug back from you, we will send you one of the blessed by prayer free crosses. People are saying it's a miracle cross, blah, 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 blah. You can wear it or carry it with you. You can carry it with you or wear it? Wow. To remind you that you are not alone and that God is looking over you. They mean Yahweh. Do this now while it's on your mind. It's not on my mind to do this at all. Return the church prayer rug and your request for one of the blessed lifetime crosses. Okay. Now, what I'm wondering, I'll read some of these testimonials here in a minute. What I'm wondering is, where is the thing asking me for money? Because that's how these things always work. If they're not asking for money, then they really just send me this cross thing in return for sending them this back, then okay. You know, it seems like something to collect. And it seems like a good way to use up some of their money. But if not, if they are indeed looking for money, well then that's pretty much the subject and purpose of these videos. To uncover scams. I suppose if they're not asking for money, it's not really much of a scam. But it must be a scam because just look at this. It's the same thing as Peter Popoff does. They're always a scam. Let's see. Prophetic word given for your spiritual edification. Blah, blah, blah. Something good is about to happen. Blah, blah, blah. Here's what I think will happen if I send this in. So there will probably be a follow-up video to this. If I send this this prayer rug in with my address and everything, that's when they're going to send me. That's when they're going to send me the. They'll put me on their mailing list for sure. They'll say, "Oh, this is definitely someone to start hitting up for money." And then they'll send a thing saying, all you have to do now is send us some money in order to get this cross. That will help you in your future. So let's see here. Let's see, P.S. Read your faith, Holy Ghost instructions on the enclosed sealed prophecy only after you have mailed this prayer rug back to the church. Okay, whatever. Mail this page back with this prayer rug. Oh, they're in Oklahoma. Let's see. Now, they have a bunch of checkmark things here. Dear brothers and sisters at St. Matthew's 61-year-old church. Oh, I guess this is me saying this. Let's see. I received this church prayer rug you loaned me, and I used it as instructed in this letter of faith. Now I am returning it to you for another use. Yes, I do need the Lord's blessing upon my family and me. Pray for my family and me for my soul, a closer walk with Jesus, my health, a family member's health, less confusion in my home. I suppose there could be confusion in people's homes. I've just never heard it said like that. My children, to stop a bad habit, a better job, a home to call my own. So how are they sending this to someone without a home? A new car, money blessing, I want to be saved. Well, if I wanted to be saved, I'd already be saved. I wouldn't need this. I mean, if being saved was a real thing, that is. Anyway, pray for God to bless me with this amount of money. Ah, here we go. Please especially pray for this person. Enclosed is my seed gift to God's work of blank dollars. So they've got two parts here. I don't know if you can read them. Two sections here that are blank to write in amounts of money. So they're asking for money, but they're not saying that it's required. That's interesting. That makes them a bit different from, actually a lot different from Pop-Off so far. They're sort of asking for money, they're giving you an opportunity to give them money, but they're not saying that you have to give them money. So, alright. I guess I'm gonna go for this. I don't see a thing on here for how to give them my address, since my address isn't on the return, or isn't on this thing. So, whatever, I won't bore you with all the details. So yeah, I'm going to send this silly piece of paper back and hopefully get one of their little magic crosses to help me in my future. Hooray! In case you can't tell, and a lot of people can't seem to, I'm being very sarcastic whenever I talk about how I can't wait for them to help me in my future, so don't think that I'm being serious. If I get too many, I always get some comments in the comment box about, oh, you're an idiot if you believe him. I'm not an idiot. I don't believe these things. I just do it for fun. Things to collect. This is just something I do. It's fun. So, alright. See you next time. Hey, I just realized that I forgot to read you the testimonials that I promised. Let's read some testimonials. These are always fun. Maybe. Hopefully they're fun. Hopefully you like them. Okay, Texas. Since I've received the cross, my husband and I have been blessed. God has healed my family and me. Blessed how? Healed of what? Anyway, Pennsylvania. I received a blessed cross from you and used the blessed cross as you instructed. I received a $10,000 check. Right out of the blue, or did somebody owe you $10,000? If you wish for something that's coming anyway, or pray for it, I mean, huge difference there. It's hard to really give credit, well, not hard for them to give credit to the church, but anyway, I received the cross. After wearing it, Jesus touched me. Okay. My son was in jail. He was found not guilty. I received your letter telling me a blessing would come. My husband received over $4,000. So this person's basically saying that they prostituted themselves out to Jesus and got $4,000 for it. Yeah, it's a pretty good rate, I'd say. California. I requested your blessed cross. It reminded me each morning to thank the Lord for another day. My life was changed and I didn't realize it. I shall treasure your cross for years to come. So they looked back and decided to pick and choose things to give the cross credit for. Now all of this sounds kind of like idolatry, whatever, worshiping idols. You know, they send you a cross, you say, oh, I got the cross, and then it was magic. I mean, this whole thing sounds blasphemous, which I have no personal problem with, but I know Christians do. So this is a church that I think a lot of you Christians out there should really have a big problem with. Let's see, I had an operation. Oh yeah, all throughout these things, there are those 3 dot things. I forget what that's called. But where it says ... I had an ... operation ... and almost didn't make it. I took the cross you sent me and put my life in God's hands and prayed for him to help me, and he did ... They thought I had cancer, but thank God ... I didn't ... If you didn't have cancer, the cross didn't do anything. Anyway, Florida. God has blessed us with a beautiful home and a new car, in brackets. Did they say what kind of car, then they changed it just to say car? I don't know. ... We have both got a raise in our... we have both got a raise on our jobs. Grammar. Anyway, we just don't want to live without God. That doesn't sound healthy at all. The beautiful golden cross is such a blessing. I wear it every day. The cross is such a blessing. Never mind a relationship with Jesus and all that stuff. It's the cross. Definitely the cross. Let's see. Michigan. I fell and broke my kneecap. Several said, you will never walk again. Several said, you will never walk again. Now, who would say that to somebody with a broken kneecap? I mean, you break your kneecap, you're not injured for life unless you're severely overweight. In fact, if this person broke their kneecap just by falling, I mean, it depends where they fell from, but if they were severely overweight, they could have, I suppose, broken their kneecap just, whatever. I got well so quick, and I am walking. The Lord blesses me to receive $4,355. I cannot tell what a blessing the beautiful cross is to my home. Oh, I should do this. I cannot tell what a blessing ... the beautiful ... cross is to my home. So it looks like they are quote mining people. But they could have just made all these quotes up. I mean, there's nothing here to actually back up any of this. Indiana, my son has quit drinking. He carries the little cross in his billfold. He goes to church, which he hasn't done in years. Praise God! God seems so near, like I could just reach out and touch him. I don't think you're supposed to do that. There's probably something in the Bible against doing that. Anyway, I have been, let's see, North Carolina. I have been greatly blessed since I have been receiving your magazine. Oh, they have a magazine apparently. Oh, I should send away for that unless it costs money. That's something to check out. And have been requesting prayer. Thanks be to God. I have my gold cross. I wear it every day next to my heart. Now this is an odd quote because the beginning of it doesn't even have anything to do with the cross. I don't know why they bothered putting it in there. But oh well, Louisiana, I know that you were all praying for me. Since I joined the Seed Harvest Plan, whenever they talk about sowing seeds, churches like this and people like Popoff, what they really mean is donations. You give to the church, you get blessings. That's the way that this scam works. The way it unfortunately works. And yeah, anything good in people's life, they credit to the church. And they continue giving whatever they can to the church and being poor, basically. Because basically, if you give the poor a lot of money all at once, they tend to waste it. I'm not saying that... I'm not trying to say anything bad against poor people. It's just, this is just sort of how it works. I've got 2 more, but the battery on my camera is low, so I'm going to stop it here. You can get an idea of what these sound like anyway. Good things happen to me because I ordered the cross, and I worship the cross, and it's not an idol because blah blah blah. Okay, so I will talk to you later.